to try to find out what's wrong with Sister Maria when we need to figure out what's wrong with ourselves. The second point, hallelujah, is almost here. If you are condemning someone, check to see if you deserve the same type of criticism. We should judge ourselves first and then freely forgive our fellow citizens of society. Point number 2 comes from verse 3 and 4, Pastor Marilyn, that said, and why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, Sister Maria, let me remove the speck from your eye, and look, a big plank is in your own eye? The figure, Brother Jacoby, of a speck and a plank are solid facts, yet gripping in image. Jesus shows how we are generally more sympathetic to our own sins than we are to the sins of others. Though there are, hallelujah, sins in other people's lives, we don't need to be trying to point them out and forget about what we got going on in our own lives. Though there might be a speck of dust in one's eye, we clearly know that there's no, hallelujah, beam or, hallelujah, surfboard sticking out your own eye. The Lord used these hallelujah, standings or outrageous demonstrations and images to make his message easy to remember and hard to forget. It would be very hard to forget or not visually see somebody walking around with a light pole sticking out their eye. It'll be hard. And then you'll be reminded of how they act. It's funny to see a man with a surfboard in his eye trying to help a friend to remove the moat or the sand, the beach sand from his own eye. It's hard to imagine a beam hanging from my eye socket without smiling and laughing about it. An example, Pastor Marilyn, I like this piece, of looking for a speck in the eye of another while ignoring the plank in your own eye was when the religious leaders took the woman identified in adultery before Jesus. Now she had clearly sinned, but their sins was much worse, and Jesus exposed them with these words: he who is without sin amongst you, let him throw a stone at her first. John, the 8th chapter, Brother Jacoby, from verses 4 through 7 says, Teacher, they said to Jesus, this woman was caught in adultery. The law of Moses says to stone her.